then ride with us. Say she wanna roll with us, then roll with us. Say she wanna ride with us, then ride with us.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Kansas City Royals. We've got baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Brad Keller is on the mound for Game 2. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, in a day and age where we don't see very many complete games, 6 really good innings in his last start to pick up the win, and I think they'll be happy if he can duplicate that again in this one.
Here's George Springer, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Leading off for the Blue Jays, the center fielder, George Springer.
And now the first pitch. Second of 4 here on a Friday night as the game's first pitch is taken for strike 1. Dan Dero, we take a look at the Royals as they enter play here tonight. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, they've been playing some quality baseball. The first 4 games of this homestand, they've taken 3 out of the first 4, looking to capitalize and continue to play good ball today.
You know, Dero, this is time to get greedy. When you win 3 of the first 4, boy, if you can win 4 out of the first 5, that sets up a really nice stretch of baseball. They'd love to win this one here today and keep that roll going.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Just hung in there on that one. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
2-pitch mix here. If you're in the batter's box, you're looking for something up. Sinker changeup right here. Got to get it up.
To short, hit hard. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Now a moment as we take a look at the Jays starting 9 for this one. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Matty, Kevin Biggio is a guy to watch for me. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
Josh Palacios comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. And he misses with it, 1-1. Palacios, a 6'1" left-handed hitter, but throws right-handed. He was a 4th-round selection back in the 2016 first-year player draft.
Hey, this middle-round selection is still developing, but he's doing it at the big league level, and he has a lot of time to get his tool set ironed out.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
To me, when it's raining, the approach at the plate has to change a little bit, especially if you're a guy that can run a little bit. Put the ball in play any way possible, especially on the ground. Making plays in the rain becomes exponentially tougher to do when it's wet, so these offenses really need to limit the strikeouts.
Stepping in now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Mondesi brings it in. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. Blue Jays go down in order. The Royals will get their chance now in a scoreless ball game. Ross Stripling, a right-hander from the Keystone State, gets the ball as the starter in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Yeah, Matt, his last start wasn't a particularly good one. Lasted 5 innings and ended up taking the loss. He's a much better pitcher than that, and I think he's looking to at least, hopefully, get into the 6th or 7th inning in this one.
Adalberto Mondesi is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning, 1-0. Guys, as the Jays take the field here tonight, they come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, guys, dropping yesterday was a heartbreaker without question. But you know what? You find a way. You show up to the yard today, you get out of the cab, and you watch countless hours of video, and you try and formulate a game plan to get this back to 500. 1-1 to start the road trip, and you're moving in the right direction.
Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels
Batting
off base,
second.
and that's just
The
what they
left
did
fielder,
right there. Big
Andrew
strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
Throw gets him, 2 down. And with that, here's a look at the hometown Royals starting lineup card. What's the key for a home victory tonight, Dero?
Well, Matt, the key for me to success for this lineup is they got to be willing to come through in big spots. They got to stick to the game plan. Somebody's going to have to get a knock with 2 outs and find a way to not leave base runners stranded.
He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Hit the other way out toward right field.
Waiting on it is Hernandez.
And he makes the catch to retire the side. KC down in order. Still no score. Second inning coming up, and Heidi Watney has an update for us on the weather forecast.
Matt, light rain is in the forecast throughout most, if not all, of the game, but I've been told it's not expected to cause any delays. The grounds crew will just need to make an effort to keep the field as dry as possible between innings, especially the heavy traffic areas like the pitching mound and around the bases.
Yeah, Heidi, thanks. And beyond keeping the surface playable, I'm sure you guys would agree, it's avoiding the stops and starts that becomes important in games like this one.
Yeah, 100%, Matty. The biggest thing is if you're going to be out there, you want to grind with the boys. You don't want your starting pitcher having to be sat down. You don't want to have to go inside for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then get refocused and restarted up again. Matty, you're so focused out, you just want to compete and see the game all the way through.
Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this will get foul for strike 2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
Popped him up. Dozier moving to his left. 1 away.
So here's how the Kansas City Royals are positioned defensively. And I'd like to focus on Salvador Perez, the man who dons the tools of ignorance behind the dish. He's a clubhouse leader. He's one of the best pitch framers in the game. He's like a soft blanket back there for this pitching staff.
Kevin Biggio stepping up now. Fouled off. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. The windup and the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, watch out. This hitter's got one thing on his mind.
And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away, but that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
One and 2, here it comes. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Next up is Marcus Semien. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Here it comes. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Merrifield ranging into the outfield. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So they breeze through this half of the inning. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 0-0. In his Here's Jorge Soler. First at bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Springer has a read on it. 1 out.
All right, guys, time for a look at how the Toronto Blue Jays set up on defense today. And diving into the numbers on this team, the one thing that jumps off the page is the fact that these guys can flat play D. The highest fielding percentage in the league. Something to focus on today when you're watching this one.
Salvador Perez comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. That evens it up 1-1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Little chopper back to the mound. And that's the second out. So 2 out, nobody on. And that'll bring up Hunter Dozier. Hit hard on the ground to second. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Royals go down 1-2-3. We'll move to the third with no score. So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off to third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
And it's fouled away. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. And with that, we give you a look here at the standings entering play in the AL Central. Here's Joe Panik. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only 1 score. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. Swing and a line drive. And that's the first hit in this one for the Blue Jays.
Batting 9th, the catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
The batter will be Alejandro Kirk as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. Panik, base runner at first with 1 out. And he fouls this one off. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
Here's a look over to first. George Springer the next to hit.
And on the first pitch, he grounds foul.
He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike.
Man, this pitcher is on right now, pounding the zone, attacking these hitters. He's making it look easy.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
Here comes the 1-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Keith able to track it down for the third out. One left for Toronto. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Striding in is Ryan McBroom. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Springer will back up and put this away for a long out number 1.
Batting eight.
So bases are empty with 1 out now, and that'll bring up Nick Heath. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Pulled toward right center field. Springer on the run. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Batting 9.
And digging into the batter's box will be Hanser Alberto. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. Now the 1-0.
2 outs here, and the focus needs to stay sharp. You don't want that lineup turning over in an inning if you can help it.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Springer has a read on it, and he makes the play to end the inning. KC down in order. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. All set for the start of the inning, and coming forward, the rookie outfielder, Josh Palacios.
I know we're not seeing a lot of offense in this one, but there's still some game left. I'm looking to see these guys, both offenses, make some notable adjustments at the dish and try and scratch a few runs across.
And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. Now here's the pitch. Hit on the ground to third. Dozier brings it in. On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th. 2 down, no one on base. 44. And that'll bring up Rowdy Tellez. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Oh, forget about this one. Baba Booey. Looking up is Soler. Over the bullpen and into the stands. That's one. Solo shot down the line in home run early in the year. As the Jays get the game's first tally, it's 1-0.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Now back, third baseman, Kevin Biggio.
So now to the plate, Kevin Biggio. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. First time up, he went down looking. The 1-0. One run, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Classic case of the front shoulder flying open on that off speed. Needs to stay compact and stay in the big part of the field.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Boy, there's a quality infield base hit right there. That kind of reminded me of the old Yankees shortstop Derek Jeter on that jump throw.
Hey, that's why this is the pros. Back in the day, that's a knock all day long. But up here, guys are making those plays, at least making you think about them. That's an amazing play by the shortstop to leave his feet and at least make this close.
Marcus Semien is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. The 0-1 pitch. Biggio is off of first with 2 away. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. All even now, 2-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. High in the air down the right field line. And he gets there, makes the running play, and that ends the inning. A run for the Jays on the solo homer. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 1-0 Toronto. Now at the plate is Adalberto Mondesi back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, man. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on.
Boy, just when you like to get one of those shutdown innings, the leadoff guy ends up reaching base right now, and you're looking for that 1-2 inning. Now you have to pitch out of the stretch.
Yeah, I can't tell you how that lights up an offensive dugout right there, getting that leadoff guy on. So many options, puts the pitcher on the defensive and in the stretch.
He's running. Strike called. Now the throw down is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. Soft grounder left side. He's got it. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone. With Merrifield next to hit. Trying here to plate the tying run from second. And the indication from the dugout comes, it looks like they're going to put him on intentionally. So that'll set up the double play possibility with 1 away.
Right fielder, Jorge.
So stepping in is Jorge Soler. The base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
If this offense is going to be this aggressive, I'm going to expect this pitcher and catcher combo to expand the zone.
0-2, here it comes. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Royals. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Made pretty quick work of him right there, setting him down on only 4 pitches. And what I liked about all of those pitches, when they were down around the knees or lower. Pretty pitches are located in that spot.
And up steps Salvador Perez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 1 for him. Line drive to center field. And the inning will end as they're unable to cash in with 2 outs. Royals strand a pair. They still trail 1-0. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And that'll bring up the outfielder, Teoscar Hernandez. 50th pitch of the game on its way.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Not the way you'd like to start this 5th inning, falling behind 3-0 on the count. It's about time he starts throwing some strikes.
Swinging away, and now the count will be 3-1. Hot shot on the ground is short. Mondesi scoops it up. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away. So now to the plate, Joe Pennant. He singled in his first AB. Here it comes.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now. Now a swinging bunt. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. The 2-2 is laid off and the count runs full.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Now the payoff pitch home. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Pulled toward right center field. Long run for the center fielder. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Now batting.
Base is empty, 2 away, and in next is Alejandro Kirk. And now the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. And this one's over for a high strike. 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. Hit hard towards center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And the inning extended for George Springer to bat next.
Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Stepping in, George Springer. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that misses for ball 1.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Kirk leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Hit on the ground out to short. Merrifield's right there to take the routine throw and retire the side. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Jays lead it 1. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, Royals manager Mike Matheny talked with me in between innings about his lineup's offensive production. And one thing he stressed to me is the need for them to have more competitive at-bats the rest of the game. One example he brought is the number of at-bats that have gotten to a full count today. That number being 0. He said that stat alone shows that they're making it way too easy on the opposing pitching to get easy outs. So he's hoping to see a little more fight out of his hitters the rest of the way.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on. And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Hit down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Into the windup and the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Designated hitter.
First delivery to him. Oh, it's hit to third. 5. It's a panic covering. On to first, and they get the double play.
Now batting, the center fielder,
So base is empty now after the double play. And standing in the outfielder, Nick Heath. Pulled toward right center field.
Waiting on it is Hernandez.
And that ends the inning. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. Stepping in for the Jays, Josh Palacios. He grounded out last time up.
The left fielder.
The pitch.
Josh Palacios.
Lifted down the line in left. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now a half swing here on the pitch inside, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the home plate umpire. Strike 2. Fouled away. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
This is skied into short left center. Center fielder coming on. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out. Rowdy Tellez back at the plate now, and he's been the entire offense so far with the solo homer he hit earlier. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Wouldn't mind a pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against them.
And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
Man, this guy's had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out. He's pitching very well.
Now the 2-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
High in the air down the right field line. The 2-2. Chopped weakly to the left. 2 out, nobody on. Again, another foul ball. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Very weakly on the ground. The 2-2 one more time. Will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
Hey, this guy's a hard guy to put away. He's fouling off some tough pitches. 2-2 count, and he just seems to keep hanging right in there.
A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays, but they're on top 1-0. Stepping up is Hanser Alberto. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, let's see if he can work a walk, maybe a knock, ground ball with eyes, something. Catch a gap to get this offense going. 2 hits as a team can start demoralizing your confidence. But if he can get on and start some traffic in motion, we might have something.
And with that, we'll give you a quick look at our current standings in the AL East. So here is Adalberto Mondesi, who was a strikeout victim his first trip and then collected a base hit his last time around. Now here's a ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Gone!
Yeah, I can remember when leadoff hitters were these little speedy guys who would try to leg out little nubbers or draw walks. Well, that time, top of the plate can sometimes go deep as well as anybody in the lineup.
0 for 2 for him to this point. To short, taken in by Semien. This one out by about a half a step. And now it looks like they want some time to review that one here, so they'll check with their replay guys. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed.
Here's another look at it now. I couldn't really tell when I saw it at full speed, and I'll tell you what, it's still not clear to me from that replay. We'll see if they decide to challenge it after they look at it from a few more angles.
On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. That's how you roll it. 5 to 4 to 3. A double play sends us to break. On to the back third tonight. Stick around on the show. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the 7th. Heidi, Josh DeMont is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Here's the first pitch to him. Kevin Biggio is at the plate as he watches ball 1. A ball and a strike.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
So 1-1 home.
Ooh, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
The 1-2. A little bouncer. Ready to deliver the 1-2. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Shin high fastball that time, ball 3.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
He spoils another one, and will do it again. Fouled off.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Grounded back up the middle. Mondesi picks it up, and the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Just an absolute bang-bang play at first, and we'll use the show track data to give you a better look at it. The runner was hustling all the way, but an 89-mile-an-hour laser across the infield was what it took to beat him. That's elite arm strength on that play. In now, Marcus Semien. Soler is there, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Teoscar Hernandez digging in now. First pitch on its way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Action in that KC pen now as a right-hander's begun to loosen up. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. And it's fouled away. Here it comes. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Heath will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. The Blue Jays go down in order, still tied 1 apiece. So here's the cleanup hitter, Jorge Soler. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
2-0 now. And the pitch. Swing and a liner. But a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. Into the windup and the pitch. 2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
The 2-2. Now a ball lined hard toward deep right field. Hernandez is there, and he has it for the out.
I know they say sometimes that these things even out, but that was a bullet line drive that gets caught. He would have represented the go-ahead run.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Fly ball heading for the alley. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he is into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Now batting.
And that brings in Hunter Dozier. On the ground, back up the box, and it'll get through into... Oh, and the tag will get him at home plate as that keeps the ball game tied.
Oh, now that play fires me up right there. Just an absolute dime of a throw from the outfield. It doesn't get any better than that. You know what? Hats off to the catcher right there. Great job at the dish to handle the throw and get the tag down on him. And they pretty much had to be perfect to cut him down right there.
Ryan McBroom stands in as he looks at a called strike.
Hey, it's always key getting early strikes in a count. This guy's been awesome at it so far. More than 70% of his first pitches have been in the strike zone.
1-1 the count. From the stretch. Two out with the possible go-ahead run at first. 2-1 pitch, a knuckle curve swung on and missed. 2-2. Slider whiffed on for strike three. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. Royals leave one. Score remains tied 1-1. Now at the plate, Joe Panik. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far.
The second baseman, Joe Panik.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lifted in the air out to center field. Keith is right there, one down. Now at the plate, here is Alejandro Kirk. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Swing and a liner. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. Number 9 batter comes through that time, as it'll now be up to the top of the order with one away.
The center fielder, number 4.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out old ambush tactics. First pitch fastball, middle in, and he's able to drive that for a nice single.
Standing in now, George Springer, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And he lays off for ball 1.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
And it's 2 balls and a strike to the Jays' leadoff batter.
Looked like he was a little over-aggressive there to throw that nasty curveball. Just needs to slow his delivery down a bit.
A bouncer to the left side. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. Next to hit, Josh Palacios. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest.
A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. We'll have to leave it there as the play is made for the third out. 1 hit, 1 left. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. All tied at 1-1. Julian Merriweather is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 67, Julian Merriweather.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And digging in is the outfielder, Nick Heath. A ball and no strikes.
Heath.
Driven nicely into the gap. He's through first and hustling for second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. And he will make it in safely. He's in at third as the go-ahead run.
Of course they feel good about the triple, but I know how manager's thinking. He's in the dugout wishing that triple would have come when some guys were on base. They've left a lot of guys out there in this one. We'll see if his teammate can bring him home.
Hanser Alberta is in for the third time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1. So they get the out at first, but the run will score on the suicide squeeze.
Number 27.
First pitch on its way. Adalberto Mondesi is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Runs up and gets this one down. But this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. High in the air down the right field line.
Hernandez is in pursuit.
He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. The Blue Jays are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. He was great all night long.
Well, this is one of those as a pitcher where you don't get rewarded for pitching well. He threw the ball great in this one. Didn't get much run support. He's in line for the loss, and he deserves a much better fate. He threw the ball pretty well in this one.
And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Second baseman.
He wasn't letting that one go. Jumped on the first pitch right there and drove it into the outfield for a base hit.
Reined in. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done. Greg Holland comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Number 35.
Now into the box, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He flew out in his last AB. Fly ball right down the line in left.
Benintendi in pursuit.
And he makes the catch in the corner. Rowdy Tellez the next to bat. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. A 1 pitch on its way. Swing and a line drive, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. 0-2 count and the pitch. Count remains at 0-2. This is on the ground over to first, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Blue Jays down to their final out now, and that'll bring in Kevin Biggio. First pitch on its way, and he fouls this one off. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. This is pulled into right, and that'll get down out there near the wall. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double. Kyle Zimmer gets the call here as he'll try and look for 1 out to finish this thing off.
Everyone knows there are no awards for successfully getting 26 outs. You need to get all 27 before you can start celebrating. That 2-out double here in the 9th, putting the equalizer on at second base. A couple of minutes ago, this thing looked like it might be over, but everything can change with 1 swing of the bat. On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
And this ball's in the air to left field, and this should do it. And that is going to put an end to this one. And the Royals have taken games 1 and 2 here at home.